Never didn't
between
sound sorry.
the WWE card combined with a little bit of the element of Diablo, the computer game.
Alamak,
So imagine The Rock holding 2X.
Yeah, so I think just a quick back to where we was. Sorry, I forgot to unmute because we wanted to keep the sound nice and clean. I don't know whether people got say anything lah, but okay. Anyway, what's important is hi, welcome back again. Somebody called me, but okay. I think maybe somebody finally was like, hey, how come you guys talking but no sound? And okay. So anyway, back to this. We're back to the intro again because we were muted for the last like 2-3 minutes. Hi, so welcome to the Kavdean's July Championship. You know, it's really important for you guys to come hang out with us. If you guys are competing, do check out the stream. If you guys are not competing, you're from anywhere around the world. You know, Singapore, Malaysia, even Australia, New Zealand, America, or Europe. You know, do check us out. Have fun. So just quick intro, my name is Mo, aka Lorex. So Lorex my in-game name if I play other video games, so you'll probably see me there. And my co-host is...
Hi, I'm Kelvin. Usually I run the events at Tabletop, the weekly Classic Constructed.
Alright, so I think I've been always playing various formats. So let's quickly go through what Flesh and Blood is about. So Flesh and Blood essentially is a card game. You know, I think if you guys have played other card games like MTG or Pokemon, you know, these kind of competitive card games is always a 1 versus 1. You know, and there are different formats to win, but typically in Flesh and Blood, the objective is to knock your opponent down to 0.
Yes.
So what do you think about the unique points of Flesh and Blood, Kelvin?
For Flesh and Blood, I think what makes it different compared to games like Pokemon, compared to games like Magic the Gathering, is that it revolves around a particular hero, a hero that you choose. Maybe because you like it, the different play styles, and then you get to equip, so-called equip your heroes with different type of armor, helmet, weapons, just like what you do in a game like Diablo. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think if you guys have really enjoyed, I think the other thing that I really enjoyed about Flesh and Blood was there's a really good mythology behind the whole world of, I would think, called what's it called again? The word Aria, or there's like a couple of different kind of mythology for different worlds.
The laws.
And the law, and it's really nice and extensive. Yeah. You know, you can really understand why certain characters will stem from a certain region or a certain mythological world. And I really like the fact that they just flushed out not just not just on like just the characters. You know, characters you can always create, and you've seen that in Marvel universe. But being able to provide not just like good gameplay on top of it, a full flushed out mythology. I think that's a cool idea. You know, like so. I think going back to this, what is your favorite character?
What is my favorite character? Actually, I like playing the underdog. The underdog called Benji.
Benji.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, I'm surprised, you know.
Sneaking in quietly, giving the opponent a few pokes, and then suddenly, oof, you can't block with anything.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was expecting you to say something else, but it looks like, hey man, you want to go down the unique route, and you got it. So I think just a heads up. Thanks so much, you guys, for chilling out with us. While we wait for the next few games, let's really quickly run through what to expect from today. So do you, yes, what was this? Kelvin, what do you think about today's format? What are we playing today?
Today we are playing Blitz. I suppose we are playing Blitz.
Yeah, so I think for maybe you can explain a little bit all like what exactly is Blitz format.
Okay, so in Flesh and Blood there's a few formats. So there's the Classic Constructed, and then there's Blitz. So Blitz is considered a faster and shorter game as compared to Constructed. So the difference is in terms of time limit as well as the number of cards you are allowed in the format. So, for example, for Constructed, you're allowed 60 cards, 3 unique cards, so 3 copies of each unique card. Whereas compared to Blitz, you have 40 card deck with 2 copies for each unique card. So it makes gameplay much more faster. And some people just like it fast and exciting, whereas some people prefer it to be long, enjoy the game. Well, it depends on individual.
Okay, so I think for those who are on top of adding it, it's just simply you have 20 health life compared to your Classic Constructed. So a quick briefly rundown of what Classic Constructor really is you have a much larger deck, a lot more health, because your heroes are either a young version, which is 20 health.
Yes,
Maybe you're younger, you don't have much experience, you're not so battle hardy, you have less health. And then when you become an adult, then you have an adult version of yourself, which is 40 health. You have the same ability, but because you now have a bigger card deck, because a Blitz is primarily 40 cards, and Classic Constructor is 60, and you have more health. It gives the game a little bit more dynamic when you play Classic Constructor.
Yes.
Not discounting
Definitely.
the fact that Blitz is not I'm not trying to say that it's not a very complicated, calm gameplay. I'm just saying that it's a much faster paced gameplay.
Yes, definitely.
And it really is a lot more beneficial when it comes to plays that are a bit more aggressive, because there's less health and it makes it easier for you to knock the player out. But of course, sometimes it all comes down to the draw. If you draw badly, then you're not going to play really well. So I think moving on to that, let's really talk about how we're going to be expecting some major plays. What kind of classes or characters do you really expect to see today, Kelvin?
Probably we will see a lot of Chain, as well as Ira. As some people actually say that Chain is the new Ira. In the past, probably for Blitz, we will see tons of Iras. And then because this game changes so much, the dynamics always changes. People tend to find new ways to play the game. So you get to see new classes actually emerging towards the top of the ranks. Sometimes you see a random brute coming out because they actually combine new weapons with an old brute. And then with the new release of Monarch a few months ago, I think some of these classes actually changed. Like you will see, once again, the old heroes using the new weapons that come up from Monarch.
Exactly. So I think I'm really looking forward to that. I think Ira is still like a hot favorite. For most players. So I do expect to see a good, maybe 40% of the players today is going to play Ira. I think recently Crucible of War, which is an expansion pack primarily for the classes from the first expansion of WTR, which is Welcome to Wraith, and then you also have another set of classes coming in from Arcane Rising, and Crucible of War is basically an expansion pack to add on more cards for these two packs.
Yeah.
So personally, I'm gonna expect Kanos to really rise up from the ashes, because some of the key Kano cards do come from Crucible of War, and with the unlimited version out as of like 3 days ago, chances are I would say Kano probably is the next 20% or 30% of the crowd who will come in.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we also have a few notable players that we could talk about, but other than like Ira, Kano, and Chain, what do you think might be a dark horse character that might come out?
Probably you will see some brute. You can see maybe Rina with dual claws.
Oh yeah,
That's the very fun one. You can also see Rina with the mid-axe.
yeah,
They come
that's
out
good.
from Monarch. That one is a more interesting one.
So yeah, I think Dorinthia might also be a surprise.
Dorinthia, yes,
that might
Dorinthia.
come in. I really think this format is quite beneficial for Dorinthias who play well. And if they play against people who are a bit unexperienced playing against Dorinthias, or do not count what kind of cards that a Dorinthia deck will run, or come out of attacks that he will run, then I think they'll risk the danger of getting knocked out by a sudden reprise or attack skill. So
Yes.
I'm really looking for that. I think to me, I feel the secret dark horse could be maybe a tanky prism.
Prism.
Could appear, because if you're gonna be playing Iras and you're gonna be playing Kanos, then you don't really have the 6 attack cards to kill some of those that will be coming in. So I think the appearance of maybe a quite well built mid-range prism might steal the win. I'm looking forward to a dark horse today.
Our waifu.
Yeah,
waifu.
your waifu, man. You dig Prism the most. But yeah, I mean, I think while we're waiting for the first game to go, I think we have some games that has already started and whatnot. So of course we'll come and catch some of the games. I think we'll wait for our judging team to decide what room we should go for. But I think we already have our first pairings, and I'm looking forward to seeing some games. But I think big shout outs to Kavdean's Den. And also our other support like LSS Legendary Story Studio for making such a wonderful game.
Yeah.
Also the Fable. So you can check out their logos. Will be in our overlays later. But I think key thing of it all is like Kelvin. Today, what kind of games you really want to see today?
What kind of games would I want to see? Probably like what you just brought up. Maybe we want to see our waifu in action. That would be interesting. Or maybe we will see new heroes using a different type of weapons. Like for example, there was one time where Dorothea, there are players that actually equip her with 2 blades instead of 1. Yeah, that really changed a lot of gameplays in most of the games right here in Singapore.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think trying to drag a little bit of time so that you guys can start watching. And a big shout out to Guru. Thanks for watching the live stream. Okay, so I think we've already received some news that we have some notable people who are here to join us. I think Taiwan's top player, Chin Wei, is going to be playing. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
We also have Brunei's top player, which is Gerald Pang. Recently, he got himself a gold foil Teklo Foundry Heart.
Yes.
Oh, that's a really nice looking card. Though I don't really think he plays Mac, but hey, a gold foil is still a gold foil. I think we also have Hong Kong's top player, which is actually one of the best Kanos in the world, Calvin Law. He's also the guy who received the gold foil Karen Huss.
Wow.
So that's a really nice card right there.
A gold fridge.
Go fridge.
Yeah, the gold fridge.
Wow, that's some next level stuff right there. Go fridge will be pretty badass. And I think lastly, just to go on to that, Singapore is also having one of our top players. I think if you check out the leaderboard, you do see Marco going to be playing today. So I think one of his best class for CC is Bravo,
Yes,
but I
Bravo.
don't think that he's going to play Bravo. What do you think he's going to play though?
He likes to build up and hit hard. Maybe arena, I guess.
That's possible, yeah. We might want to see that, but let's slowly go into game in a short while we look for a game to pop in and take a look. And I need a bit of time to do a bit of overlay adding in, but I think we do have our game number 1. So I think Kelvin-wise, what do you expect from this game today? Like, do you feel like you're gonna expect some key surprises, or are you gonna expect like some dark horse plays coming out, or some dark horse characters that you feel would break the meta?
I think one of the most interesting things that I'm looking forward to is actually to see how the different champions from each country will play up with each other. Because to be honest, for any card game, we'll always have different meta in different countries. There are countries where probably maybe Kano is a big thing, or maybe in somewhere else, Rina or even Bravo is a big thing. So if you can find the best of the best from each country, you put them together, that is where you get the most exciting show. And that is what we are looking for today.
Yes, so I think we're almost good to go. We're gonna go, and I just want to double check. I just need to key in the names so that we don't send the wrong names in. And I think we're gonna watch Gerald Pang play against. Is gonna be Gerald versus Abby, and let's take a look.
So the equipments are all displayed. Players have shown who they are playing. So we have 2 Iras playing with each other.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna try to bump up and have some of their audio sound coming in, hopefully. But yes, we are gonna be expecting that game.
Yeah, that's what we have been talking about. How many Iras?
Lots.
The first game, Iras.
Ira versus Ira. All right, so I think we're not too sure of the what was this, the health bar right now, but I think we would find out soon, I guess. And I kind of want to see whether I can unmute myself so that I
So it's
don't.
coming for 6 of 7. Okay.
All right, we got some sounds
Let me think.
going.
I will block 3. Reactions?
No reaction.
Okay, I'll just flag. Local 6.
Ooh.
What color is the decline? Three,
Yellow.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, Arsenal. So,
Alright.
6 for you
So
block.
now we have Jared on the
Sorry,
offense.
You take 1, right?
Less than 2, right? So this is 2 cards, ma. So I
Yeah.
can take.
So the second attack now.
Oh, yeah. Ira, forgot. Yeah, sure. Take 1.
Ah,
That, sorry. Forgot about the Ira.
that's the good thing about Ira. You always have additional 1 damage on the second attack, no matter it's weapon or attack action card.
Yeah, and
I will pitch 3 for Blue Rising Ultra and then Kodachi 1.
all right.
Actually, precisely this is why Ira is one of the most
Second one?
popular heroes.
For 2.
Not just for beginners, but also for seasonal players, because it is
Yellow flip
very
flag.
easy to make use of its passive ability. It's like a net gain of a damage every turn.
Yeah, and I think what really helps to make the game a bit more interesting is
Power
that
Tempo for 5.
certain classes like Gerald
Combo.
plays
Yep.
certain very interesting characters like just now that I think Strongbow,
Steve.
Warthog, and it's a card that's hardly used.
Okay.
Kodachi 1.
So he plays a
take
blue
one.
Soul Strike, goes for it.
Forgot the 2 name. Kodachi 2.
Kodachi 2. No blocks. Reaction.
No reaction.
Okay, yeah, blue flip flag.
Then, same as you. 5 attack. Running down for 1.
Sure.
Five.
Then I will block for 5.
Yeah.
So far, not bad. You know, both players still
I will pitch.
still kind of want to find out what is the life point score so that you guys can update our scoreboard. Since we came in,
Heal 3 lah. Okay.
Yeah, then I'll take 1 Kodachi, so 17.
Okay.
okay, it looks like 13 on
second one?
Gerald. Not exactly sure how much is on Abby, but you know, I think things like this happens, and of
15
course,
again, so back to origin.
2. Thinking.
but yeah, you know, Kelvin, I think for this, just give a quick breakdown for those who are wondering what's the format today. It's gonna be I was saying rounds of this. I think it's only 5 rounds.
Yes, 5 rounds.
And then after that, the top 8 will go into a playoff. So I think
Yes.
it's really important for anybody who wants to really qualify or guarantee a qualification into top 8. You will need to
Play a strike for 7.
try to score 4 wins. You know,
Big strike.
5 wins is definitely guaranteed in.
Yes.
Chances are, if you play in this format, you're gonna be able to. You probably will meet more other people who won their rounds, and I think a safe bet is getting 4 wins. You know, even if you lose round 1, is not too bad. But of course, you know, based on the formatting that Gem uses, if you lose games in the later rounds, then of course they're not as damaging.
Yeah.
But if you lose games in the early rounds, they are a bit more painful, and it will diminish your chances of getting into top 8 a lot higher in comparison to that. So
No reaction.
we'll see, man. And
Then same story.
Torrent of Tempo
The classic
and
play.
block for 5 again.
Okay.
Abby's really getting very good value out of his flick flags. Almost
Okay.
both
Yeah.
blue flick flag block for 2 and block for 5. The additional 3, zero cost blocking for 5 is really very, very good.
Definitely, the math.
Oh man, full on. Both still have a lot of gear. Looking at the board, Gerald's side, he's playing, of course, the Mass of Momentum, the Spring Tunic, the Snapdragon, but instead of the
Breaking skills.
breaking skills,
no
he
dragon.
plays Goliath Gauntlet.
Oh.
Okay. Taking
Yep.
one.
Interesting.
And
I
I
mean,
will second
maybe you want to push damage, I guess.
Oh, no.
Not with mask. No reaction.
Maybe because one deck contains more combo cards than the other.
Before.
I take 4 of it.
Yeah.
I got no reaction. I take 4. And I will draw. I don't draw a card. Okay. I don't draw a card.
23.
Yeah, Gerald just texted me. So I was like, yeah, we wanted to watch top tier Brunei FAB
So,
action
Blue,
today.
right center.
Abby is a skirmish winner. And he won the skirmish with a Bravo,
Wow.
surprising everybody
Strike for 6.
I think in the previous month. So Abby is definitely one of the up and coming players in Singapore. He's really like, for you to use Bravo
Yeah.
to score a win against Iras and a chain, that has to have some high level of gameplay right there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Gerald maybe take game 1. Of course, on the other hand, Abby might actually surprise Gerald in that gameplay. And either way, we are looking forward to see both players really perform. I really believe that each of them have their own perks.
I will block 6.
Gerald has like high level of experience. You don't just play local armories on a weekly basis, but he's also playing skirmishes. He's been playing this game for a really long time,
What do I care about?
and he definitely has
sure.
strong experience in that sense.
Yeah.
In terms of Abby has played multiple amount of card games, and he's really, really well calculated in terms of playing card games. So shout outs to both gentlemen to really get
of you.
featured on the live stream. So I'm really looking forward to both players doing well.
We just witnessed each strike into a CNC.
Oh,
And he have cracked the Goliath Gauntlet.
I will just ask now.
wow.
A very big turn.
That is exactly why he played the Goliath Gauntlet. He straight away, I think what Abby blocked with 2 CNCs and a flying kick. So that's essentially 3 big hitters out of the game.
Yeah.
So wow, that's why you play Goliath Gauntlet instead, man. The 2 really does make a difference compared to the 1 in the combo.
Oh.
And I don't know. I mean, to me, I like the 1 block, but maybe the 1 block isn't that key after all. It's just
Yeah, no block. Take 1.
Playing the fishing emptiness for 7.
ooh, pain train number nourishing.
Block 3. Any reckon?
Yes. I will use the tunic resource. And I'll pummel red and pitch another one.
Oh,
Into a pommel.
So
Wow.
total 11 damage if it hits.
what?
Sure. Let me think, huh?
Oh dear, how is he going to get out of there?
Oh, damn. This is like music moment, man. That. Oh my goodness. That is crazy.
So when Palmo hits, he's forced to drop
I
2
knew
cards,
this.
right? Or 1 card?
1 card. But
Oh.
see, you essentially your next turn you're down 1,
Yeah.
which is exactly not what he wants. But 7 plus 4, 11, blocking for 3. He's still got 8 coming through. So unless you
I will use a sing below first.
he sinks, okay, go for a red sink, trying to sink, maybe get a second defense reaction, maybe.
1, 2, 3. He's coming for 11, correct?
Yes.
Oof.
And I will
Woohoo! Michael
Seven.
Jackson, that's gonna be a lot of
I will put it as
pain.
below.
Oh, another sing below.
No, what? Okay, but okay. Either way,
Not
I mean,
thinking.
even if you
That's it.
do get it or not, I think the key thing about it all is
Yep.
actually
Sorry,
getting
wait,
rid
I
of
saved the
two
TNC for that.
defense reactions,
Ah, yes,
and
yes.
that's really the key of it all. Getting the two reactions
my
out of
turn,
it,
I will
it
pitch the
gives
blue fine center,
Gerald a
and
higher
then
chance
for the
to
shoe
push through on the next turns.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, it looks like there are a couple of games that are ending already. We've got people like ways going. It's because it's blitz. The games do go through
Oh,
really
actually.
quickly, so we're gonna
Okay,
be
sure. I'll take
expecting
that one.
another game
Yeah.
after this round. So do bear with us.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Play
so
Farah
yeah.
and go for 5.
Ooh,
Down to 5. Down to 3.
Down to 3.
down to 3. Thank you for the
You do
announcement.
not
Wow.
drop numbers.
Yeah, sure.
I still want to know what's Abby's life, but okay. I don't want to disrupt game and ask them a mundane question, but I kind of want to hear them say it out. And it's
Blue
like,
rushing river. Kodachi 1.
You got no arsenal, right? Is there any arsenal?
Nothing in here.
Yeah, I'll block one.
All you can see here is head. E strike for 8.
oof.
I will bottom this card.
E strike for 8.
Left one card. And
Yeah, I mean, either
Second
way.
E strike.
Yeah, this is a decent E strike. I think 8 damage is pretty nice. I do think what's really key about it all is I'm looking forward to see what is going to be Abby's reaction. Is he going to be
I
able
will
to?
block.
He,
Yeah.
yeah, by not blocking, it just
I
means that
will
his life is
block,
definitely below 8.
Uh,
Or by blocking, his life is definitely he cannot take 8 damage.
Yeah,
lah.
you cannot take.
and then reactions.
No reactions.
Can he really take that much?
I will block another
Oh, flick flag.
Red
7.
flick flag plus that's total
Total
is
is?
7.
I will take one from this, then it will become 8 lah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's at 8.
Just no, I attack reaction first, then here we go again, then I leave it at that.
Sorry, what's the one?
I attack reaction.
No, I mean the card, sorry.
Rally the rear guard. It's just a
Rally the rear guard. Okay.
Okay, he plays
Oh.
a rally the
Championship
rear
makes it daily
guard.
non-stop.
Hmm.
Okay, let me see. Yeah.
Okay.
That's coming in for 6, is it?
Yes, 6.
I will block for
Oh,
5.
really? Blocking?
Take one.
Wow, he's really gonna run the whole rundown with him.
My turn, I will use the tunic.
So you can see that Gerald has exhausted all his equipment. His
It
belt
does,
is rather
yeah, it
thin.
does feel that Abe had a really good front
Okay.
first few turns
Yeah.
to pressure him, and then even though he forced back the momentum in a later round, still not enough.
Blue plus this.
No blocks. Any reaction? No blocks. Any reaction?
No reaction. So
I'll take one.
next attack,
Okay, he takes one.
command conquer 7.
Ooh,
7.
on the dot
CNC.
7. Nice. No defense reactions, my friend. Time for you to burn your hand.
Oh no.
Nope. But he doesn't have any arsenal, so I think he
I'll
can take
block.
the damage. He block for 3.
3, and then
But he still have those pretty equipments.
Yeah, he does.
yeah, block 6.
Blocks for 6. Takes 1. Does he take 1?
I take
Yes,
one.
he
yeah.
does. He's down to 6. 3 health, 6 health. Gerald really needs a wonderful hand to come back from this. I think in terms of like what's gonna need to be done is I think Abby is gonna pressure him really hard. He's been consistently getting one blue,
Yeah.
one blue pitch of 0 cost. So that's really nice.
Blue flip back.
Blue flick flag for 2 blocks out the 2 hit.
Sure. Yeah. Then nothing. I close the chain and I'll
Ooh, Gerald gets another run at this.
Blue green nut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he didn't take damage though.
Yeah, I pick. No blocks.
Razor.
Ooh,
Oh,
Then reflect.
laser reflex.
red flick flag takes out the
That's right.
dagger, the Kodachi with the razor.
Two.
Hit for 2. Is he gonna take the 2 or is he gonna consider spending a card? Because if he spends a card now, it could be a secret attack. Who knows? Depending on what Abe is gonna think about and weigh out his differences. But I think both players are playing their wits out. You know, the deck is almost down to nothing certain. I think Gerald's deck is just slightly more robust. Has a bit more cards compared to Abe because Abe has been chewing through cards and defense reactions all day. But on the flip side, you know, he still has his full equipment.
Yeah. What
Do
do
you
you
think
think
that-
about the mass of momentum?
I think the mask is a great addition to pressure somebody on the third turn. You know, if you play Ira long enough, you should always, as much as you can, I mean, you're not a mask, but to always block the second Kodachi. You know, because you want to break that third hit.
Yes.
Because the mask specifically says the third hit, and it has to be an action card.
Wow.
So if you break that 3-hit chain, you know, rather than you block the 1 Kodachi, you block the 2, you can break the mass on momentum, which is why it's called mass on momentum. And on top of it, you know, you still get to keep reduce the pressure. Only downside is, you know, the mass is like it blocks for 2, but it breaks.
Yeah, it breaks.
So
Yeah, and Kodak got
Blue flick flag.
blue flick flag.
Yeah, precisely. It's adding a lot of pressure at this stage of the game.
Sorry, how many cards left in your deck? I got 9 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
yeah, so I think Mass Momentum is a really good card to have for any ninja because blocking 2 if you need
You
it.
got 9 cards, but you got full armor.
Yep. Thinking.
So we'll see, you know. I mean, full armor Ira is quite scary.
Especially when your opponent has
can I
3
check your
life.
grade? What's left?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's all out already.
Sorry?
Your Command and Conquer all out already. Razor reflex. 2 or 1.
1.
Very, very safe play
Razor
coming
reflects 1, but
from-
Command Conquer is out.
Yeah, very, very safe play from Abby, asking some questions. Cheryl also making very good calls and asking similar questions back,
But Razor reflects only 1.
so that they both can start to deck count and know what could possibly come out. You
Yeah.
know, but I think that makes really good sense to be extra careful.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you're playing online, you're not playing face to face. It's always good courtesy to ask your opponent questions. Do remember, and I know polite is the way to go.
Definitely.
And I think I wouldn't be afraid.
Rising Nitrous.
You pitch a nice Rising Knee Trust.
Kodachi 1.
Kodachis for 1 damage. Okay.
No blocks. Reaction.
No reaction.
It should be 2 and 5, I guess.
Kodachi 2.
Here comes the block, I guess.
2, I will block. 3.
Fluster Fist.
Leg tap for 4.
Leg
Leg
tap
tap.
for 4.
4. Cards in hand. 1, 2, is it?
1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. Okay. Good.
Thinking.
So he's at 1 card with 0 resource.
So it could be a 0 hit exude.
Oh.
I don't know.
What's the best way to do
It's possible. But I think Abby can take it. Like the health difference is really quite huge. I think what's really important for people at home who's watching, this is a very crucial first game
will
for
play
both players. They really
Sibyl,
need to make.
Sibyl first.
Oh, what?
Then,
Wow! Oh no!
then
What?
I will.
That's a very huge comeback.
Damn. What? 9 cards,
Without
two sigils, tons of health.
Yeah, no box.
Tons of health.
Yes, tons of health.
What?
Look at that difference. Oh dear.
Oh my, that's-
for one. That's it.
Take one.
Ooh. 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 Spicy.
I will pick
Very spicy.
Blue Rising Ecast, the 3-1.
Block the razor.
Like a razor.
Yeah.
I will play a League Tap for 5.
Block for 5.
And for 1.
Block.
Okay.
Oof.
Next turn I go up. Pass to you.
Yeah, but I think really good is
one.
here comes one block.
2.
Block.
Another block.
Play Fine Center for 2.
Sorry,
How many cards in deck? Sorry, your deck.
you already got me on the back foot lah. What does it matter? 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, just calculating. With
Matter anymore.
yeah, our Snapdragon. Then I will play another Fine Center again.
Oh.
Yeah, then I'll ask another last card.
Your turn.
Okay, I will. Yeah, 1.
Block.
2.
Yellow reflect.
Yeah.
Yellow flick flag. Okay. It's a good second play right there. Blocking 3.
I will play Blue Rising Ecast for 1.
Did you just put something in Arsenal or you just check your Arsenal?
No, my Arsenal is from the
Johan, do
previous
you
turn.
often see Ira playing until deck
Saw
out?
something.
Yes, I did.
Really? We have a very
I didn't
interesting
start my Arsenal.
scenario here.
What do you have my live at? 1 or 2?
2.
For some reason mine is recorded at 1.
Oh, okay.
So we recorded at 1 or 2.
1. No, I mean you adjusted yourself, right? So you should be the most accurate.
Yeah, but there's also more like that. I can bump into it accidentally here. Yeah, I'll lock for 5 if it's at 1.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I mean, even though we're streaming this, we still don't really know exactly the live count, and we
Yeah.
also don't really
I don't
record
want to last pass.
because we're actually commentating over it.
Yes, yes.
But Gerald's gonna have a hard time, man, trying to come back from this. You know,
1.
Abby has a lot of good replies along the way.
Well,
1.
no. Okay, I'm ready already. Just
Yeah.
give me.
Let's get back energy again. Then 1.
Die lah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I think that's about it for this game. And of course, you know, coming back to this, well, I mean, it was a really tough games for both players.
Yeah.
It's really hard for anybody to be playing Ira to it's just rough, man. It's just
Yeah.
really rough. If you don't get the cards that you need, or you don't come to a point where you need certain cards, then you're pretty much in a spot that just doesn't work out. It just
Yeah.
doesn't work out.
Especially there's this big turn whereby Abby have to give up two of his CNC to block that each strike, followed by a Goliath Gauntlet chain with a CNC.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have given it up myself, but maybe this is the place you should do.
Yeah.
When they swing big and you just don't want to gamble it, then maybe it's not a bad idea to just go for it, and block it out. And I think that's essentially what we learn from games like this,
Yeah,
Even though you burn, what was this, two CNCs and what else? You burn a flying kick.
Yeah, the flying
So
kick. Yeah.
3, 6, 7, 8, burning like straight up like three of the big hit cards, just to block. Not bad, good trade,
Yeah.
And don't take a lot of damage. You still have a lot of life lead. You lose cards, but it means that the chance of coming back is there, and he manages to come back alive. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty good round. We've got a good blend of people around, and then I think for those who are in the WhatsApp chat, we actually have some people that is in the chat. All sorts of different players in this time. So I'm looking forward to that. But I think all in all, what's really key is that everybody have a good time, play the games. Losing round one does not mean the end of the world.
Definitely.
It's just you have a larger mountain to climb.
Yeah.
That's about it. But yeah, Kelvin, what were your key highlights in the game for you?
Maybe like what we just discussed, how he actually make that calculator risk. I must say, it's a calculator risk because as you can see, towards the end, you will see that he still have his full suite of equipment, and which we can see that it actually helps him to put a lot of pressure on his opponent, and followed by that surprising two sigils.
Yeah,
Sigils of Solace.
that is just rough. Like I will never want to get that at such a late part of the game.
Oh.
10 health equals to almost a full turn that you could easily just take all damage.
Yeah.
You could all take all the damage and then swing back with whatever you have in your hand and go big and go and not go home. In this sense, so I think who knows? Lots of games to happen. I think the next few games that we really want to spec is some of the key players that we mentioned earlier, like Chin Wei from Taiwan, or Kelvin Law from Hong Kong, or even Gwendian, which is Glindian is actually a top Spain player.
Espanol.
Espanol, yeah.
Espanol.
So you want to check him out later and see how the leaderboards will turn out. But I think I'm good to say I think Aaron and Kelvin, we have already wrapped up round one. Am I right to say that? So I think we're gonna go for a very, very short 2 minutes break so that we can also look at all the upcoming games that we want to take a look. And either way, like looking forward to see you guys in a short while. We'll be right back and catch you guys in 2 minutes. So
Alright.
see you guys. All right, so welcome back, guys, and we're looking forward to round number 2. Calvin.
All
So before we continue on, just gonna quick intro ourselves again. Hi, Mo here, and of course you guys have played with me often, and then of course we have Calvin.
Yep, Kelvin here from Tabletop.
So if you guys have been playing tabletop events every week, they play CC on a weekly basis.
Yes.
And not a daily basis. So it helps you with those who have, like maybe 1 or 2 days you just cannot play. It's quite difficult, but if you can play whole week, then you can just plan your schedule around and play 1 game of CC every day.
Yes, and it's a collaboration with Kavdean's Din. So the points actually add up to your Kavdean Din points.
Yeah, and then you totally can get some funky prizes from the lucky drawers.
And the big prize at the end.
I think there's a Fate Foreseen to be given out today, I believe, and somebody will receive it. So hopefully it will be one of you guys at home. I think my name should be in the running, but I don't really have that many names in there because I haven't played very often on this month. Recently I moved into my new home, so it's been really awesome.
Nice.
So yes, adulting 101, is quite a lot of things to deal with. But I think in essence, everybody just needs to know what's really important for you guys is just keep joining events. It doesn't really matter if it's even like Kavdean's events or tabletop or any other LGS. What's really important is that everybody gets a chance to do some funky stuff. So I think we got some prizes to be given out for today's event. So wow, look at that.
Wow.
When I first received the card for this, I thought it was a samurai. You kind of can see a samurai, but then when you look properly, it's actually a lady that is covering her face.
I think it's called a geisha.
Like a geisha, yeah.
Like a geisha.
So I thought this was like a samurai helmet, and then it was like a samurai armor, but it's not. It's not a samurai armor. It's actually a lady right there. So this is one of the playmats. The other playmat is of course the Whisper of the Oracle. If you
very nice art.
If you wanna eat some food and then it's very hot, then you blow lor. So essentially, this is what Whisper of the Oracle looks like to me.
All right.
So we got that.
And then you have 3 unique to Asia promo. These are the Fate Foreseen promo.
Bye-bye.
So a little bit about this promo. It's actually a picture of this thing that the Chinese use whenever they are praying or they are asking for answers from the gods. So it's actually two items that is in the shape of a crescent, and it's usually made of wood. So it actually fits to the theme of Fate Foreseen. So it's like a person asking what will happen next. Yep. So a very nice flavor. Kudos to Legendary Studios for this promo.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, it looks so nice and so cool. So we've got 3 of that to be given out today.
And of course, the grand prize for today. This is a cold foil scrap skin ladders for the Brute.
Yep. So if you guys play Brute, what's really important is 1, the ability. So once per turn action, you roll a 6-sided dice, and then you gain action points. Okay, it's not even like action points to do more things. Second thing is battle worn. So if you defend it, you put a -1 counter. Essentially, you can block for 2 and 1 to give you your full length. So we've got that. I think we've also been asked to maybe watch Amelia's game. I want to see which game y'all prefer to watch. Our judges. Yes. 你要看哪个 game 大爷？ Huh? Okay, we're gonna wait for a while they decide what game. But yeah, the tables have turned. There are certain games that are at table 1, certain games are.
I think there are too many exciting matchups.
Yeah, there's just too many exciting matchups. Kai Yang is playing against
top
Kelvin
Hong Kong
Law.
player.
Wow, damn. I think either we watch table 1 or we watch table 2. So we're definitely gonna watch table 2. I totally agree with that.
Let's go, table 2.
All right, so let's add some sound. Okay.
It's a 12.
All right. This is pretty
Ah,
cool. I'm
let me
gonna need
think.
some time to put it together.
I would like to go
But I'm gonna
second.
need Kelvin to take over and tell us more about what's this matchup.
All right, so we are looking at two of the more popular heroes. We are looking at Carnos, as well as we are looking at Dorothea. So both players have now presented their heroes, have shown which equipment they are using, and there is something very special on the Dorothea table. We see actually a copper token.
Who is
So what
who
does
is
that
playing
mean?
who? So we got Kai Yang on the left,
All
and
right,
we've got
so
Kelvin Law on the right. So let me just make some changes, add some health to both players before we change the screen.
6.
all right, then there's also
The
something to
powerful
note.
any effect. You
Carnos
explain
actually
it to me.
start with a health of 15 instead of the usual 20, and we'll be
the whole time?
expecting some very different play that is very unique to Carnos, because Carnos actually do things in instant speed, meaning he can actually do his spell slinging during opponent's turn, which makes the gameplay very different as compared to what you've seen earlier in the two IRA game.
Alright, so Dorothea plays versus top tier Kano plays. This is gonna be epic. So thanks so much for joining in the stream. Don't forget, big shout outs to our various events and sponsors and LGSs that have supported this event. So we got like Flesh and Blood from LSS, we have Kavdean's Den, we also have Tabletop Gaming, and of course Fable, which is great stuff. So we got all these shops that's going to be supporting and making this happen. So here we go. This is going to be round number 2, and we are actually watching the Dorothea Kayang versus Kelvin Law.
Going to everything.
So okay, looking at the board, we see Kayang is playing the 3 Nalrun set. So we've got the Nalrun hood, a robe, and the gloves, but he kept his refractant bolters. Then on the Kano side, he is actually playing the usual stuff. So you got Iron Rod. Oh,
I can
what?
look at the top card of my deck. If I would like to banish it, I can pay it for an instant if it is a reset or attention card, and the cost would be minus the damage you have been taken from the Sonic Boom. Yeah.
Ooh, so he played a Sonic Boom.
Okay, taking 1. Down to 90.
Yep, so I think we got
Okay, everything.
some decent plays, He got a...
Everything.
So it looks like Storm Striders, Tunic. Not exactly sure what's the helmet, but it looks like Arcanite Skull Cap
Pay Sonic
and...
Boom for free again.
Oof. Wow. Okay, he hits and gets to play the Sonic Boom for free.
Whoa.
Not too bad at all.
Take 3. Okay, and 1 more. Schooling Wing for 2.
Oof.
It's a chain train.
What? That is a lot of damage from that hand right there.
Okay.
This is only turn 1.
Yeah, turn 1.
You
And their
pitch-
lives are almost equal.
Yeah, he just pitched 3, pulled it into the banish zone, ping for some damage, gets a second Sonic Boom from the second pitch, throws 1 red to go and swing in for that Scalding Rain, and that's quite a bit of damage.
There's your Kano doing magic.
Yeah, this is very good bluish hand that he had. Yeah, I'm gonna start learning how to play like a Kelvin Law. I mean, unless in the chat or anybody's watching the stream who wants to buy my entire Wizard deck, I can always offer a decent price for it. Of course, not a discount price, okay? It's gonna be a top tier deck. Why? Because it's Kelvin Law's deck. Yeah.
Out for blood rate. Plus
Oh.
3.
Oof.
That's been taking 6.
Coming in, taking for 6.
No
Yep.
instant.
No.
Not blocking. Coming from Law. He is not blocking. Goes swings back, reaction back to Kayang. So evidently, guys, if you guys have seen Kano's deck, essentially he starts with less health.
Go again.
So anything.
Okay.
Oof!
Oh, he's
An
breaking the
early
bolters.
refracting bolters.
Yeah, down to 9.
Takes 6.
Okay.
Kano down to 9.
Refracting bolters gives the weapon go again.
Blocking 6. Yep.
He blocks for 6 to avoid giving a token onto the Dawn Blade.
Okay, I plus 3, so it's 6 also.
Okay. Okay.
Arsenal.
And my turn. Swing to charge 2. Set for 3.
Set. Ooh, Zap for 3. It's an action, so that's all the actions. But it's interesting that Kayang just decided to just swing the 3, even though he was going to block for 6, because it's very well calculated, even though you block for 6, he still has 2 cards in hand. I think Calvin Law is just trying to rotate through his deck to get his combo going.
Down to
On Doritia's side, he's gonna be a good amount of damage, gonna be dishing out. Takes 3 from the zap down to 11. But who knows? Maybe in the arsenal might have good stuff for both gentlemen. We'll know. Iron Song Determination. Decent start. There is no token on Dawn Blade right now. It could change as it goes on, but
4 dominate.
Oh,
4 dominate. Your determination is strong. Even if you block with 1 card, you might take 1. So it depends on both gentlemen. We'll see. I'm quite curious to see what is going to be the response from Calvin Law. His life is not a lot, and it's a really, really diminishing asset.
And my
blocking the skull cap.
final knots.
2,
Blocking
3,
6.
4, 5, 6.
Blocking for 6.
Oof.
Is
Trying.
Play a red stroke of foresight.
Oh, stroke of foresight.
Plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
So total it's 7 now.
look at top.
But I think this is the mitigation that Calvin Law's trying to do, forcing the cards
How much
out, perhaps.
now? 6.
6. Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, it should Kayang's attack should be at 7. If I'm not wrong. But maybe you guys in the chat, if you guys are in the stream, you guys can let me know.
Okay.
I will clean.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Ooh, go again. Which is what he needed.
So take 1.
Yep. Come on. Yep.
So it goes, punches through 1, pushes Calvin Law to 8.
Pitch another blue. Attack with update 4 dominate.
Okay.
Pitches 3 with Steel Witchland and swings Stormblade for 4 again.
Dominates. Just been cooking 1. Let me think. I'm blocking 3 with my Spring Tunic. Blocking 4.
Blocking for die 2 cards.
Oh, blocking the
Yep.
tunic.
I'll stroke of foresight again. Draw 1. Leave on top. 2 by
Oh.
on top. So
Uh,
it's
3.
7.
5. Yep.
So you take 3, right?
Yep. Take 3. Yep.
And Kano's is down
Ooh.
to 5.
And turn.
Okay. Much. Let me think. Going to teach an energy potion, weapon, and fortical for 4.
Go take board for 4.
Okay, good pitch. Pitches 3, adds 1 with the Aether of Crucible,
Down to 10. Yep.
shoots damage.
Draw 4 up. Yeah,
Pitches a blue
Yeah,
to
for-
block.
for it 2 times. I forgot to put.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yep.
Got 1 in arsenal, right?
Yep. One and awesome.
Okay.
Alright, 5 to 10. Calvin really nicely allowing Dorintia to put the token on his sword, even though he forgot about it.
Okay, Steel Blade Supremacy. Pitch a blue. Any instant?
No.
Steel Blade Supremacy coming in, your attacks +1.
6.
So, sorry, +2, I think. And then swings in for 6 damage. Definitely one of the more interesting swings that we can expect from today. It's really key for both gentlemen to make a break. Hasn't gotten a lot of chances for Calvin to actually opt through his deck. But, you know, evidently he has really managed to push Kayang to 10. It's usually, to me, it's red flags right there. But it depends, you know, sometimes you really don't have everything that you need. Then you're in trouble. But if you do, then Kayang's in trouble. So, but if he doesn't overextend too much, he might actually have a chance to take the game. Right now, it's just the winner's circle. You know, these are the ones who are taking the early wins from last round. And then they're going to be moving on to round 3 soon. So I think today is really key. All you need to do is get top 8. You really want to get top 8. That's all that really matters. And survive the rounds. And maybe even despite all this, maybe getting like 3 or 4 wins might be able to get you into top 8 today. There are a few people who have dropped out, who just didn't think that they want to compete, but there is a good chance that there are a few opportunities to see some crazy top plays coming in at top 8. Kelvin Law is very stressed right now. No, it's a very good play from Kayang pushing for the 6 damage, and it might kill Kelvin.
Actually, that's the beauty of the mage, of Kanos. He's like a glass cannon.
Yeah.
He can, out of nowhere, just pull off a 10 to 14 damage. Yeah.
The question is, can the 14 damage actually come?
Yeah.
You know, because he still needs to calculate the fact that there's a bit of...
7.
oof.
Seeing the Arcanized Skull Cap
He
again.
went for it. Blocks with 2 cards and Skull Cap. Pushing him down to 1 to 2 cards.
Stinging Steel Blade.
Adds the 1 for Singing Steel Blade. The reprise effect lets him dig out a card.
Iron
He
Song.
digs out Iron Song Response.
Coming for 2, 3, 4, 10 damage total.
10
So this is
damage.
on second flame. Yeah.
So is take 2 damage. No,
Takes
take 3 damage. Sorry.
Take 3.
Okay, now it's down
Three.
to 2.
very dangerously coming to 2, but there is no go again from that. And Kelvin Law gets to survive 1 more turn.
I'm going to pitch a yellow nourishing emptiness for 6 dominates.
Nourishing.
Wow. Badly needs that. This is gonna hurt. He can't block the 6 unless he has some sort of response. But see, there's no arsenal. So he can only block. And the nourishing is gonna come through for sure. Block for 3, take 3, pushes him down to 7. This is make or break. This is really make or break for Calvin. On the flip side, you know, Kayang really needs to be very careful of what to expect.
Yeah.
Right now, there isn't a lot of cards that our dear Kano has used. The Storm Strider is still active and available. And I'm surprised that he didn't take out Metacarpus, but used the blocks just to have a bit more, to tank a little bit more damage. That's a really interesting move right there.
Yeah.
I've never actually expected that. But then again, because I don't really play Kano, I play a little bit more aggressive with Bravo on Ira. I've only recently finished my Kano deck. I'm looking to try that out soon. Maybe this game would give me the tools that I need to actually figure out how to steal wins. I think that's the
Same
way.
right here. I'm usually the one getting zapped.
Yep. So I think that's in essence Wow, this is danger zone for both players.
Yeah. Even during Kayang's active turn, he's in danger.
Yeah.
Anytime he overcommits, that's it. Kano can do things at an instant.
So the big danger is there enough to
So about that. Let me
make
think.
it happen?
It's
We'll
okay.
see. The arcane damage blocks is definitely gonna help the situation. Having floating resources does really help.
Okay, Kano instant. Fortnite.
Oof. Wow.
Here we see a fog lightning.
Oh wow. That is a very, very nice banish. So for you guys at home, Fog Lightning is a 2 damage and 2 damage, so essentially it's 4. They do count as a single source of arcane
Energy
damage,
potion.
unlike Rune
Yeah.
Chant.
Active
So
Strider.
Storm Striders, making the next Wizard non-attack action card he plays an instant. I think he's gonna go for it. Let's find out how he's gonna play out.
And Stir.
Stir the
Increase.
Aether Winds,
Undo
playing.
anything.
Whoa.
I
Pardon?
cannot see. What color stir? No, stir the Aether Wind, the one you play.
Oh, the Evil Ring.
Yeah, I cannot see the picture. Like
Oh, it's a blue, another blue, and a red, another yellow.
the one you play is what color?
The Stir.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, it's red. Two costs. Yes.
Because the camera cannot see.
So about that.
Okay, he's shifting. He pitches
And
everything,
10, right?
burns 10 in.
I can only block three
Yeah.
national.
Oh.
So you place it.
If you have a seizure, I'm going to lose. But
Actually,
I
what
have to try
makes the
because
fog
I have
lightning?
a Evil Player in my arsenal, but
Whoa.
yeah, I can't do it. I think. But if it is not a Fortnite, you are just frustrating how it is. But if you have another attack card, I can just do much more damage because I can feature blue,
Yeah.
Soul Fighter, an Evil Flare, and my weapon.
Yeah,
and then a
exactly. He
feature
had
blue
Ether
and
Flare.
at least 15 or 14 damage.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, he just didn't have
Fortnite is not a
one
good
more
card,
blue
but
pitch
yeah.
to do the combo. So I mean,
Good game,
this
good
is
game.
why Kano, if he comes at a really good turn, does a nourishing, hits you for 3 because
Yeah.
you're dominate, you don't have anything in your defense, your arsenal. You're gonna get the 1 additional intelligence. Kelvin comes along,
That's
great
my
hand,
turn, and
pitches
0-1,
the
and
3,
hope you
do the
well,
Kano
in the coming
ability,
games.
gets the card that he needs to do the combos, to stir the Aether Wind into fog.
The
So,
fog lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think wow, that was nuts, and of course, sadly, they are already off of the camera, and well, it's a bit slow. And I was talking about the games, but Kelvin, what were the highlights for you today?
I
For this
think
match,
one
yeah.
of the more interesting things is that if you can look at the Dorothea deck, if you notice there isn't a single new card in there. That actually shows what makes this card game different from others. When there are new sets coming out, when there are new cards coming out, it doesn't mean that your old decks can't be played. The power level is still there because what they focus on is actually new gameplay, new heroes with different styles of play, not belittling the rest of the heroes in the past. I think that works. That's what makes this game very, very unique. But during the game, you can see that how a wizard can actually bring back games, despite putting maybe some sacrifices towards the front, doing once again some calculated risk. Yeah, but playing a wizard is not that easy. There's a lot of math is required. You have to do a lot of calculations, a lot of planning, a lot of planning ahead. You need some op to help you. That's why you will see more wizards actually playing the Eye of Ophelia as compared to other games. That op 1 actually makes a very big difference for wizards. Alright, so which game we are looking at right now? We see a Chain versus a Ira. Just like what we said in the earlier, right? Just like what we said earlier, we will see a lot of Chain, we will see a lot of Iras, and some say Chain, it's the new Ira.
Yeah, so I think this game is between Marco, who is playing Chain today, and
I'll spend one to play
it's also going to be
Ghostly
Martin,
Visit
which is on the
on
right
my
side playing
bench, so
Ira.
coming for 4.
4.
Hmm.
No blocks right now.
Yeah. So you're passing the defending stage, is it?
Wait, no block.
Okay, we will
For
take
now,
a while to figure
Sure.
out
I'll Snapdragon.
what life both players are
Snapdragon,
at.
so
But
I
looking
will
at the
use
table, I can actually see the
yellow.
life. So
Starting
I think Marco is at 4,
Sure. So you take one.
and Martin should be at
Mhm.
6.
Number
Yes,
Okay.
and both players still have their
I'll
equipment
spend.
around.
I have 2 cards.
Yep. I'll spend one to meet and greet. Coming for 4 with go again.
Oh, 4.
And here we see a big turn on the chain side. See how many cards are there in the chain link. I mean the combat chain.
I will
And
block
still has go
for-
again.
That's the
how
sick
many
part
cards
of
in hand?
chain.
Cards in hand.
One card in hand.
Okay. I'll block for 2. Just 2.
Sure. So you'll take 2.
Yes, I'll be at 3.
Okay. When meet and greet hits, you'll create a rune chant.
Yep.
Okay. So 1 left.
Oof, that has been a really
I
long
will
hit.
play
man.
the bounding damage
Yeah.
on then. So it's a 1 rune
Like they
chant
said,
and 4 physical.
chain has
One arcane,
chained.
Chain his attacks together.
Take the 1 rune chant first.
Yep.
Then I'll play a Sigil.
Sure. Kill 3.
So I'm at 5.
Then you this one coming for 4.
Then I'll block with Mars.
Okay.
So I'll block for 2.
So you 4. So you heal to wait 4 or 5.
I heal to 5.
5.
2 plus 3
5.
5. Then I
Yep,
block
then-
2 line. 4.
Then you take 2, so you're down to 3.
Out of 3. Okay.
Okay. Then I will arsenal and pass. I'll take 1 blood debt myself.
Whoa, both players at 3.
Yeah, 3
Ooh.
right now.
Reaching quite at the end of the map right there, and that interaction right there is pretty sick. You know, that was a lot of cards he could
and I
use
got a
from the
trigger.
banish zone, and also, and the best
Okay.
thing is that all of it triggered from one single, very important chain specialization card. It's called Soul Reaping. So you can banish cards to not pay for the cost. It comes in for 6
understand the
damage.
cards
And
in-
every blood debt card that you
Yeah.
banish gives you 1 resource. And that lets you snowball and play stuff from the banish zone. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Arsenal focus in hand.
Yeah. Thinking now.
Yep, so it looks like Martin had to pass turn and throw the turn back to Marco. Marco's going to be thinking about it. Okay, not exactly
I'll
sure.
pitch 3 to use Brass of the Arc Knight, create a rune chant.
Okay. So you have 1 mana left.
Yeah. Then I'll use Chain's ability to go up to 4. Then I'll spend the remaining to play Unhallowed Rites. So coming for 1 arcane, 4 physical.
1 arcane
okay.
and 4
4
physical. That is gonna
I do not have seeds, so no trigger. Yeah.
I think about it.
dangerous plays right here.
Take the 1 arcane first. So I'll
Sure.
be at 2.
Yep.
Then I will actually
Yeah, he
block
can't. Also on the board, if I'm looking it right, I only see a tunic
plus
and
5,
a
yeah.
snapdragon.
So blocking 4.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 cards in hand, right?
Yeah. So I'm still at 2 lah.
Yep.
Pretty cool so far. I think interestingly, both players are playing their wits out. Hand
I'll
and
play the yellow Seeds of Agony.
yellow Seeds of Agony
Oh.
from hand.
And then
So
I
one more
will E-strike
arcane.
for 7.
And
Oh,
E-strike
E-strike for
for
7.
7.
Coming one arcane,
Oh my gosh. 7 damage
Is that
plus
it?
1 arcane. So I think
I take the 1 arcane
I
first.
think Martin can
one.
take the 1 arcane, pushing him down to 1 health,
Block
but the
with
7 damage is not gonna
Any
be.
reaction for you?
Nope, go ahead.
We're gonna play a
Sing below.
Oh,
Sure.
blocks for
Sing
7.
Sure. Sinking. Are you triggering your sing below ability?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, then
so
that's
blocks for
fine.
7.
Ah.
Wait, then after that, if you have no more action, I'll use Sigil.
Oh, another sigil.
Yep.
I'm at
Oh.
4 now.
Yep. Then I'll pick one. Then you'll go.
Alright, so I think that is essentially the second sigil we've
Marco is
seen.
at 2.
Marco's at 2, sorry.
Yep.
Oh, he took
From the
one
blood
from the
debt.
blood debt,
Yep.
from the Karen House. I mean, he lost the
Same
Karen House pretty
draw
early, I
one.
guess.
You take 1 for one, 2
Yep.
now.
Correct.
I think what's really important. Oh,
Damn. Steeds.
that is not a lot of good cards from the Shackle. Only 1 seats playable. Yeah, this will not be a fun turn for Marco.
I'll play a blue seeds.
Okay, blue seats he's able to play +1 arcane for anything that is 0 or less. And interestingly enough, I think a lot of people feel that Chain may or may not be viable in Blitz. I beg to differ, I think that Chain, if in the right build,
Our pitch tree swing nebula blade
might
for 4.
actually not bad. Oh,
4.
swing Nebula Blade for 4.
I'll block for 3.
So taking 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Nebula blade hits. So I'll play a Rune Charm. So
Alright,
you're at 3, is it?
At 3 now.
Okay. I will E-Strike go again.
Oh,
Sure.
So this is 2 arcane and 5 physical.
2 arcane, 5 physical. I'll take a 2 arcane and double block.
Down to 1.
Yeah, down to 1.
So you block 5, is
Martin
it?
is down to
Yes.
1.
Okay. Okay.
alright.
So Rune Charm's gone. Okay, so Seeds is gone. I'll spend the last one to play Tremor of Aratel, coming for 6.
Oh.
Yeah,
Tremor.
that's it. GG.
GG.
Wow,
Yes,
Tremor
the
of
GG.
Aratia, man.
Yeah,
That's
the
called the wrap up, man. That's pretty cool. So I
Yeah,
think,
first time if you say you play for the
so in essence, what's really important for everybody right home is that, I mean, quite a lot of good games. We're already currently at round 2. We've seen most of the games play out. We still got other games that people are playing. It looks like Daniel Roses and this Rumor Sony is going to be playing. So I'm not sure. Let's go and take a peek and see whether they are done yet too. Then looks like they are not. They actually are going to play. So time to swap this. And there we go.
Alright, here we go again. It's another Ira mirror match.
Yep, so I think Daniel Roses like to call himself Bravo, and then his opponent is actually Azalea. He doesn't really change that. If I play with him long enough to know what's his pattern, I guess.
Yeah, I will E-Strike. 7分，我看到。
E-Strike 7分。
嗯。
But yes, this is one of Daniel Rose's more played deck. He definitely likes to play Ara. He plays it really often. He knows what he's doing. He has really strong plays with it, and he has very good manipulation of his deck in terms of when to push the pressure and when to defend and be a turtle. And he knows what he's playing. So it's just a matter of...
5啊，这
是2哦
这3。
，OK。
And I am right.
分到这个的。
Okay.
So I've played him long enough to know he always puts his opponent as Azalea.
Soul Beat Strike.
Soul Beat
Okay.
Strike.
Kodachi.
Soul Beat Strike, okay. The usual Kodachis, but watching these two gentlemen play Ira is going to be the same thing to expect turn versus turn. Yep, so I think if you guys are watching the games today, it's pretty interesting to see that both sides of the players Of the side, I think looking at just equipment alone, it
skills.
looks like
Okay.
Daniel
Lucky
Roses
up.
has been doing really well. Okay, skills block the first attack.
Is 2分。
OK，
Okay.
Alright.
Arsenal 最后一张。
OK，
Okay.
Sorry。
All right. So
Okay.
not so bad.
H3.
Daniel Roses less health but lots of equipment. Sunny Law not much equipment but more health. About sama lah. About sama.
我拿去1分。
11、12。
Right.
Okay.
All right. So I've got a couple of interesting matches to expect from this later today. And here comes
Yeah.
okay. So Kodachi 1 and Sid 等一下. Okay, can.
H1. 1 red 6 back down. Deal 1 red 6 back out.
Wow, that's quite a bit of calculations coming up from Daniel Roses. But while we're gonna be expecting some of the other games, you know, I think this is essentially round number 2 that we have already started. Essentially, we've got one game going on, which is ours, and another game in table 3, and the rest of the games are all done. So, looking forward to seeing what to expect from the games. And while Daniel Rose is still thinking about it, I think they both might have gotten a win so far. Block for 3, very, very no hesitation. Just say block 3. The moment he called Kodachi, no, block 3. This guy, today, this week, no nonsense, man. You want to get top 8? Better take this game seriously. I still feel both players feel pretty even. Lots of cards on Daniel Roses' side.
Pounding Gale 5.
Pounding Gale for 5.
顶3，12。
还剩2张。
Oof. I can see why this game does take a while to progress. Both of the players are kind of both want to win the early games
Pitch
and
1
secure at
red
least the
reflect.
entry. Ooh, pitching the 1 red to Razor in.
我会再 break skill 吧，so total 是
Oh, followed by breaking
9分
skill.
是6啊。
Ooh.
你有 reaction？
我没有 reaction，
total
6
是6了。
我到6。Yeah。
Okay, pushing for damage instead.
OK。
呀。
Pitch 3， Kodachi。
Decently big surprise there. Pretty good, you know. Previous round he went for the Pounding Gale. I think Sunny suspected something, but he thought maybe Danny Roses might save it for the next turn. He didn't. He just went for pure damage. Even though you don't get the benefit from the mask, you don't get benefits from anything else. Still, still didn't really push a lot of cards out of their Sunny. So I think still pretty decent, but poking that 6 damage definitely tilts, slowly tilting the pendulum towards Danny Roses' side, because now the tables have kind of turned. Now Sunny is the one that has less health and no equipment.
Yeah.
And on the other side,
yeah.
we also have Danny Roses having like a lot of equipment also.
Yeah, definitely. 6 life is a big thing when you're playing a game of 20 life. That's 1/3.
Yeah. Essentially, he just forced it out.
Here we have a very tense game. Both players
No
are
blocks,
thinking
no
very
reaction.
hard.
No reaction.
Oof.
Stick flag Sun.
Oh.
Arsenal.
Okay.
Here we go, flick flag.
He played okay. He blocks. Is it just me or my screen frozen or what? No, it's not.
No, they are
Okay,
thinking.
Thank goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I still feel like my screen frozen.
Yep.
Like it's very worrying.
Sergio?
Sergio.
Oh, another Sergio.
Okay.
GTO. Arsenal. Monitor.
All right. So that pushes Sunny back to 9.
We shall soon term Sergio of Solis the most anti-climax card of the game.
Everybody plays.
Yeah.
Okay lah, I mean, it's a good play, pushing himself back to the higher health, because he hasn't really taken out the 2 damage from the mask, the 1 damage from the tuning. So those are interesting things that are still on the board.
Yep.
Oh, okay, lots of shuffling.
Pitch. Sing below.
Okay.
Kodachi even.
11.
Interesting. Down to 8.
Unique. 2分.
Yeah, so heads up for those like wondering, because you have a 0 cost card in your pitch zone,
Dance for 1.
you can use the Kadachi for
Snap.
Okay.
to have go
Then
again.
Find center for 2.
Oh,
Unblockable, is it?
Yeah.
它是 unblockable by what Sorry.
OK， 你只可以顶 with 你的 cut cost 要大 more than chain link 4，因为我的 chain link 是 4。
Okay, 可以。
你有 4 mana 的卡才可以顶。
And this is why people ask what's
那我知道。E 啊。
what's the fine center
2分
for, and it's for
And
this.
for create for the Zen stage
It's exactly for this.
这边 then 阿森纳这张 then 到你。
Okay.
东尼到读 5。
So interestingly,
没有
for
看过。
2 turns,
Pitch 3 Kodachi.
Yeah, no blocks.
No blocks 会顶到 Kodachi 2。
yeah. So if you guys wondering where the damage went to, Zen State tells that you would like mitigate
Yeah,
or
like-
reduce 1 damage, and so the 1 damage weapon becomes 0, the 2 damage weapon becomes 1. So the Zen State's really, really good in this situation where you totally save 1 health or 2 healths because it's over 2 turns.
even.
Okay.
It's at the start of the next action phase, I believe. Then you get
Push
to
6。
destroy it. Or it's at the end of your action phase you get destroyed. So I can't exactly remember what's the exact term, but I do think that the key thing of it all is being able to get it out in essence is actually quite important. Like 5 center before that, I do believe is crane dance. You crane dance into 5 center is the combo, and if you play crane dance, then he snapdragon playing the 5 center. The ability is that the 5 center you must block with a 4 or more attack
Think
from
any
for the
reaction?
chain link.
Any
So
reaction?
he doesn't have that
Um,
many 4 attacks to use. So sadly, he has to take it.
Yeah.
No reaction. 我也 declared
Or I
no
think it's
reaction.
not either
then pass
4
again.
attack or 4 cards that you need to use to block. So
It
something
should be
like that.
based
I
on
can't let him out,
the
right?
number of chain link.
I
Yeah,
think
number of
you
chain
have the
link.
last
Yeah.
say. If nothing, then 就 calculate 了。
Okay, so if I last say, oh,
Yeah.
我 snap,
Net 的话我
then you,
yeah then 就 pass 回给我。
okay, then pass 回给你。
With 6, so I'm taking 2.
Yep, now the 3. Or you
Uh,
want to block more?
Okay, he didn't block the Kodachi, the second one. And now he's going to take a bit of damage from push
yeah, I
point.
will take 2 lah.
Okay, then
Makes him down
I will
3.
pitch 3 and pounding jam.
Oh.
Yep, so the reaction was to Snapdragon on the push to point. And then Snapdragon into a Pounding Gale.
Whoa.
React with flip flag
红色。
红色。
Oh.
Okay.
Red
你叫我拿靠近点，可以跟我讲。
breaking skills 咯，那你拿1啊。
我是1分啊。
Alright, continue to push more and more damage into Daniel Roses.
Then state
5 to
1
2. Zen State is
pitch 3，打你一分。11，打你2分。
alright, down to 4.
03
Blocking 3 from the 2.
Fluster Fist for 2，
Oof. Here comes a Fluster Fist.
这个是2分。
think
OK， wanna use？
没有 use。
有啊。OK，Arsenal then 我发。
Okay.
Okay.
Then state last turn。
Yep. Pitch 3 rising knee trust.
Exactly. So it's 2 turns of Zen State. Holy smokes.
Yeah, the
Such a good card.
Yeah, then state. Yeah.
CNC.
Oof.
Oh.
CNC for 6 instead of 5. Oh, instead of 7. Not bad at all.
See.
Gonna try to break his arsenal, I believe.
Interesting choice.
Good card came at a good time.
No defense reactions.
Yeah, so you can't sink, you can't
Yeah.
You can't fix that.
fade, you can't flick flag. So you just have to burn cards. Unless the arsenal suck, but then again, Daniel Roses doesn't have that much health in the first place to be able to soak in the damage just to make him spend some of one of his bigger cards. And this is why CNC is such a key card. You know, no defense reactions, and anybody at home, you know, who's playing CNCs in your deck, you know, it's really important for you to remember that you do not allow anybody to do through their defense reactions. Always remember that you have that option on the card to stop defense reactions, you know, and it's not just like, it's not in comparison with Remorseless from Ranger. Remorseless is very specific where you cannot
Sigil
play defense reactions from
and Sigil.
Arsenal,
Yeah.
but you can play it from hand. Yeah.
哎，你用了嘞，我还没有用嘞。
Oh, wow, everybody fight, Okay,
Yeah, double
okay.
sigil again.
Double Sigil, plays it from the Arsenal, plays it from hand.
3.
So that is what was hiding inside the Arsenal then, a Sigil. Interesting. I mean, I was expecting it to be a bit different, but we'll see.
如果你吃，你会吃6。
哦，队友哦，6。
对。
Yeah, so I think in excess he still takes 6. He's just thinking whether should block or don't block. Don't block unless I don't know. I mean, it depends. Would there be surprises? Hard to say. Would there be not surprises? Really hard to say. Um, I think it's just bound down to what these gentlemen plan to do. 3 cards in hand. 1 Sergio used from Arsenal. 1 Sergio used from the hand.
2个人都要 out of steam 了。
Yeah，差不多。
And it's
我
just
真的
down
是
to
很衰啊！你的那个 CNC back to back，
Yeah.
oof. Now they start talking about each other's CNCs. Okay, okay. All right, you know, gentlemen, sway or not sway is sikan. You know, sikan is what? Time. So, ladies and gentlemen, please bear with our 2 friends right here. They do enjoy the fact of intermingling and talking about like other things that has happened in the past, and will take a slightly longer time to decide how they're gonna play this out. So now Daniel Roses is trying to think of how to resolve the command and conquer. So just a recap of what has happened and transpired during this turn. You have a pitch into, so on the sunny side he's sunny side up. Ha 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 ha. You know, he's pitched a blue Rising Knee Trust into a Kodachi into a CNC. And our dear Daniel Roses has, in response, played a Sigil of Solace from his arsenal and another one from his hand in order to get to where we are right now. 8 health
那
versus
边几个
4.
defense reactions 啊？
So now all of them are counting it down, wondering what's happening.
3个、4个、5个。
Quite cute. I mean, to be fair, it is quite cute to see them really taking it very, very seriously. And I think they understand that losing at this point of time is slightly detrimental. I think both gentlemen really want to make it to top 8 because they did get to top 8 last month. The 2 of them plus Sam Lau, and there's one more player who's also made it to top 8. So I think these are the ones that are very key to all that's happening